Oh, SSG'ye vurdu. SSG'ye vurdu. SSG'ler gidiyor. Lan hop. Lan seni kaptan yapalım bu limana. Hop. Allah, SSG düştü. Eyvah eyvah, eyvah eyvah.
All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Shimei was shot by Shimon Kakadash. So all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh by Shimei, and in the name Yahweh shot being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy to those for like preaching, swearing truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify and what you just saw was a video about, here it is, there's another shipping vessel that has a malfunctioning collision at the ports, and the brother Kabash in our camp here in Arizona, I'm going to say it again, because sometimes your mind slip. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy to the whole fillet. My brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. But the brother Kabash, he linked that video in the group chat, made a beautiful point. Right, 2023 is all those train derailments, and also it was all those food processing plants that went up in fire. This year it's looking like they're purposely letting this shit go by, and more information is coming out about the whole thing in Boston, or not Boston, but Baltimore, and more information is pointing to where were the security measures at, right? The tugboats, where were the Coast Guard to make sure these things happen, because they have these things in shape like that. And basically Esau's putting forth a situation and gearing this thing up to where we gonna see shortages at a mean level. We're going to see trade stop, and the dollar is collapsing at the same time, but they're using these things as a reason to say, well, this is why it happened, which is going to justify an automation of those jobs, right? It's another justification for automation of those jobs. They'll use AI and everything for those things to be able to do it. But, with that being said, when these things kick in, the average person is going to starve. Right? If you don't have a Lord, you're going to starve. Lamentation 2:11 says, my eyes do fail with tears, my bowels trouble me. My bowels are troubled, my liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and the suckling swoon in the street of the city. They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine? When they swooned as though wounded in the streets, when their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom, meaning famine was popping off, right? And we coming down to a time where famine can honestly be right back here, man. It's looking like the next phase, right? It's looking like the next phase. Esau's getting ready to roll this shit out. They're telling you to sit here, this April 8th shit, and we'll see what goes on. We'll see. Lord will, something happens. Lord will, shit gets worse, and we can get the fuck up out of here, man. But that being said, all these mishaps and major shipping, right? All these, hiccups as far as, ports that ship major amounts of goods. Here it is, like the elder said, you have all them ships out at port, out at sea, waiting to come in port and drop off their wares. Nobody hit each other. Nobody ran out of gas. There's no vessel that lost power, but somehow all this shit is happening now. We're gonna see exactly how far it go, right? But spiritually, you can tell that something's happening. They can easily use this as a catalyst and as a cover to lessen the amount of goods and services that are out there available to people, and that's going to spell for famine. That's going to spell for evil times. It's going to be spell for a time of a lot of sad song singing and vow bringing. Right? This is Isaiah 32:10. It says, "Many days shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." And that's what's happening. The vintage is starting to fail. Bro, you got so many stores closing down. You got all these businesses. You got Dollar Tree now is expecting to bring up their minimum price, their base minimum price to $7, which that's going to hit a lot of these proud ass women. So a lot of times, man, you go to their house, they got the cheapest of everything, but then they walk outside. You could have swore this bitch had everything in the world. Well, that man, it's gonna hurt so much. And with more shortages, expect these things to shoot up even higher. The second Ezra 6, and it's no longer gonna be this easy walk that these people have been used to. Second Ezra 6:22, it says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." When you have all type of trade disrupted, right? Not even just disruptions because economic shit and wars going on, but disruptions as far as them deliberately causing catastrophes at shipping ports, train derailments, right? Food processing plants, economic upheaval. They're talking about slashing the interest rates and doing away with trying to fucking conserve and slow down, right? The recession. This shit's gonna speed up, right? But that's gonna spell towards the full storehouses suddenly found empty. Nobody's gonna be shipping shit, right? "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and swords in their hand, like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run." All type of traffic of goods and services, that's gonna stop. Your water system, electricity, expect power outages to go through, right? Remember, the plan is you'll own nothing and be happy. But you don't need nothing to come into the country if you're supposed to own nothing and be happy. You need to weed out the fucking rebels. And that can easily be done with what? All hell breaking loose. This is, let me get this. This is, and I bring all this out, right? Because this is the main point of this video. Because when all this stuff happens, the Lord is going to still ensure that his men, right, the elect, the Mashiach of the anointed of the Lord, right, the Israel of the Most High, he's going to make sure that they're taken care of, just like he always has. Even right now, we're being taken care of, bro. CV19 hit, and what happened? Brothers put faith in the Lord, and we were taken care of. Some brothers got in better positions off of that shit popping off. Right? This is Psalms 33. And I'll start 17. It says, "And horse is a vain thing for safety, and neither shall he deliver any by his great strength." It says, "Behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine." So when all this stuff pops off and famine starts to kick in, there ain't nothing for brothers to really be sitting there stressing about. The Lord fed us before this stuff happened, and we're doing what he said. Right? Brothers had situations where it wasn't easy to get by. Right? It wasn't easy to survive in this bitch. But the Lord still took care of us. So this ain't gonna be no different situation. The Lord said, He promised. Right? This is First Kings 17 and I'll start at 13. It says, and Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make me thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me, and after make for thee and thy son. For thus saith Yahweh power of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the curse of oil fail, until the day Yahweh sendeth rain upon the earth. So the Lord said the barrel of meal and the curse of oil is not going to fail, right? He's going to ensure He feeds us. It's not going to fail. It's not going to waste. We're not going to sit here and be in the same predicament as everybody else. The Lord promised that He was going to take care of us. It's Matthew 6. And 25. It says, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye should drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? This is what the Lord told us. Right? Don't take no thought for these things. Why is my stuff not showing up as the Give me a second, man. What the fuck is it off? Satan, man. Right? It says, nor yet for the body what you shall put on it. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? You see? If the Lord takes care of these things for you brothers that believe, you women that actually believe and do the things that the Lord said, it's not enough for you to believe. You got to do what the Lord said. That shows you real belief, right? The Lord going to take care of us, right? The Lord said don't take thought for these things. You ain't got to be stressing and piling up food like everybody else is right now. If you have the ability to, it ain't unwise to do so. But if you don't have the ability to, you ain't got to be stressing like, I ain't got enough food to go to the store and get all this, because the Lord's going to provide. 2 Ezra 2 and 26. It says, as for thy servant whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. That's what the Lord said. When the day of heaviness and sorrow comes, when all this shit is going down the pipe, when everything's going down, whatever foreign troops is going to be here, whatever negative news is going to be here, to where in the flesh you be like, damn, we fucked. The Lord said what? When those things happen, don't you worry. Don't be troubled. Don't concern yourself with it. Like, know what it is. Know the time you're in. Keep moving. It says the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do it. They shall be able to do nothing against thee, say Yahweh. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. And you brothers that have kids, this is why you keep doing what the Lord said. Because what the Lord said, in the day of heaviness and trouble come, others shall sorrow, but you shall be merry. Well, do what the Lord said, and He's going to protect you. He's going to protect your kids and make sure your situation is good, because the Lord promised that He was going to feed us. He said, it's not a workman worthy of his meat. You got, hey, we worked. Brothers in this thing, you take this thing serious, you worked. The Lord said, you worthy of your meat. That, hey, I'm banking on it. Isaiah 65 and 13, therefore thus say Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink. But ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice. But ye shall be ashamed. You see? When all this stuff starts going on, while other people are starving, while other people are thirsty, the Lord said, we gonna eat. But these other people are gonna be saved. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and howl for vexation of spirit. Ye shall leave your name a curse unto my chosen. For Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servant by another name. So the Lord is going to protect us. He promised that he was going to take care of us. And that's all we got to worry about. He promised. The Lord said what the barrel of meal would not waste. And that's what I'm going to name this lesson. Because even as all this stuff is going on, we're going to be protected. The Lord is going to be with us. Shalom.